No matter how many places we go, I'm still in awe that God would send me. Allowing me to see this and be a part, He could send anyone. He could do it without us. But He lets us play a part, and I wouldn't dream of saying no. If I'm being very honest, early morning flights, strange food, jet lag, occasions with no hot water do bring a split second of aggravation. But then the reality of all we see rekindles absolute gratitude. Thank you, God, for running water, for a roof over our heads and a floor beneath our feet, for a bed to rest on and food to sustain us. We have nothing to complain about. And as we head up the Amazon back to the medical clinic, I'm reminded that absolutely no one is out of God's reach. He will go to any extent, to the ends of the earth for us. He even sent His only Son. This is the least we can do for Him.
So tell me what you're seeing here.
And basically, diagnosis-wise, he has untreated hypertension, 161/106. It's very, very high. And he also has diabetes, which puts him at risk for heart attack, among many other things. And usually they can't feel themselves have a heart attack when they have diabetes. He's had a lot of headaches, which is a sign that his hypertension is actually getting to him. It's called the silent killer because you never know when you're having hypertension. But he's having the headaches, so that's a sign that's actually starting to affect his brain. He could be at risk for stroke. He also told me he has back pain and he just hasn't been able to fill his prescriptions because of money. And now he's been praying, using prayer as a way to treat. So now we can provide medicines for him, for his diabetes, for his blood sugar, and for his blood pressure, and also some medicines. Aspirin, which is going to help him with his back pain, as well as thin his blood out to prevent stroke and heart attack in him.
I love sharing encouraging stories like this, and we see so many. But not every story has a happy ending. We met Mercedes and her 1-year-old son Emer in the waiting area. He was born with this growth on his eye, and she came hoping there was something the doctors could do to remove it, but it was just not possible. Then there's Carmen Rosa. She is in the final stages of organ failure. There is nothing our doctors or any doctors can do to help. Her loved ones carry her out of the clinic and pray her final days will be as comfortable as possible. In times like these, medical professionals with broken hearts must leave people in God's capable hands. Some moments are particularly difficult. This is 9-year-old Jerumi. Her homework assignment tonight is to draw a church, and she's using brand new school supplies. Earlier today, we handed out 500 backpacks filled with materials to help children with their education. The students also heard the gospel in a way they can understand, using Iron Man as an example. Their parents are so appreciative. We're honored to visit Jerumi's home, and I'm reminded of their many daily needs. Poverty abounds. But as I listen to her mom, Alita, I'm reminded that our efforts exceed the practical benefits of school supplies. This gift becomes a symbol of hope.
I want my kids to be better than I am because I want them to be superior to me because we're poor and I'm poor and I don't have a professional career and I don't want them stuck in the same place I am. I really want them to be better than I am. I love my kids a lot and I make an effort for them to go to school and for them to get good grades. For me, it means that God is the biggest thing in my life and my family, and I want to keep asking God to bring more blessings. There's a lot of parents that have high expectations, but they don't have the economical possibility. You have not only helped school, you have helped the community because it's really hard for a lot of parents to send their kids and to buy all these things for their kids. I'm really thankful and happy because I saw the emotion in every kid just flip through the stuff and show off their stuff to the other kids, and I'm really happy for it because it isn't, I've seen several donations, but I have never seen a personal give out of these donations.
As I left Jerumi and her family outside their home, I realized how very small we all are. I can't rescue them from poverty, I cannot take the birth defect from Emer's eye, and I cannot give Carmen Rosa back her life. But perhaps the miraculous has happened. A mother now knows that she's done everything possible to help her child. She finally has answers. Rosa and her family pray and are introduced to a loving God who will walk with them through their darkest moments and take them in His arms. No show of Christ's love is ever wasted, and we are part of a ministry that's doing what God asks us to do. We can't meet all the needs, but Jesus isn't asking us to. All He asks is that we seize the opportunities He gives us to help our fellow man. Prayerfully consider joining us as we share Christ and love people through these outreaches. Give a special gift toward our missions outreaches today and take the opportunity to help people like Nemia. She gathered her 3 children together at 3 o'clock in the morning and traveled 6 hours by boat to our medical clinic. She has dysentery and has been in terrible pain for 3 days.
I can give her some medicine to help the belly pain, and we'll give her some medicine for the pain in her head as well. We'll treat them all for worms. They don't have a lot of refrigeration. Many people don't have electricity. So we end up with a lot of people that have parasites, have worms, and it's very, very contagious. They can become airborne and infect the adults. So if we have one child that we know has worms, we go ahead and treat the entire family. Sometimes just one pill can treat that, and they feel much, much better.
So today, Nemia will find relief. It's difficult to imagine being in pain for days, how far I would go for help. I would want someone to be there for me.
This is what it's all about. You know, going to a mission field is actually a real medicine. We use our what God has given us, the skill that we've learned. We make the best call by faith. We take the step of faith, and we know that He is in charge.